Yo, what's up, guys? Another video for you. Bryson, Jake here.
Hey, guys.
We are Bars Unlimited, coming at you with another video. Man, we are just on a roll lately. 40 subscribers at the time we're recording this video. Absolutely amazing. We came back from vacation at 20 subscribers, doubled in the course of about 2 weeks. Incredible. We are so thankful for you guys, especially our Nick Natoli fans. Seriously, our channel exploded
After that
Nick
video.
Natoli. So Nick Natoli fans, we see you. We're getting to more Nick Natoli in the future. We can only meet up so often, and so it's very difficult to get to artists, but we're trying our best, and we will be bringing you some more Nick Natoli in the coming future. But for now, we're going to be doing another confusing name, which is Ross Capicchioni. Capicchioni by Joyner Lucas. Did I say that right?
Yeah, I think it's something
we just
Capicchioni,
watched,
something
we
like that.
just watched a video on how to say his name, and I'm still screwing it up. So all respect to this man, but this song is absolutely dope.
So yeah, so guys, I decided to do this song today. So Bryson just got here, and I said we need to dive into the world of Joyner Lucas. I think it's about time.
Amen.
He's an amazing artist, and I love everything he does. And I said this will be a great starter song. This is my first Joyner Lucas song that I ever heard, and I was like, Ross Capicchioni is a great song. And as you guys can see, based on the prompt in the screen and the music video, what you're about to see is based on a true event. And there's also a video that I'll put down in the description where Ross Capicchioni tells his story from, his actual perspective. So, but this is just the music video. So you've heard this before, right?
Yeah, this was my first introduction to Joyner Lucas as well, actually. And after watching this, I was like, what? Is this guy for real? Like, absolutely amazing. Now, obviously, it's sad that this is based on a true event. It's very unfortunate what happened to this gentleman. And unfortunately, I'm sure that as sad as his story is, that there's like tons of other people with the exact same story. They may not have gotten shot or whatever, but you see it happen all the time. These people get involved in these things. You think somebody's for you or whatever and on your side, and
next thing you know, they kill you, or they try to kill you.
Or they're just using you for something. And like I said, it may not always result in death or something as severe as this, but you just don't know. I mean, especially in today's society, you just don't know who you're dealing with. And it's scary and it's sad, but this is real stuff.
Yeah, definitely shows a little bit of reality that you got to be careful a lot lately, because I do believe that there are some bad people in this world that, try things. I believe, people have the ability to change, but I do believe that there is some bad things in this world.
Amen to that.
All right, let me just silence my phone so that stuff doesn't go off during the video. That'd be terrible.
Oh, that's our favorite thing. Come on.
All right, so whenever you're ready, man, I move the keyboard over so that way you got some space bar room.
So that way we can light it up when it gets on fire. So without further ado, you guys know that Bars Unlimited is here, but we're just so amped up about 40 videos I can't talk today. So with that being said, bear with me. Joyner Lucas, Ross Capicchioni. Let's get it. Just wanted to say it has been a very, very long time since I've listened to this song, so I'm actually very excited about this.
Yeah, I heard it. What gave me the idea for this video is I heard it the other night at work. I was listening to my playlist, and this is on a stay list and a playlist. So, yeah. So I heard it, and I was like, we got to bring this to the channel to introduce our interest in Joyner.
If you guys haven't heard this, you are in a I mean, yeah. I don't know if there's a better song to introduce people to Joyner with. People that care about art of hip hop.
And Joyner Lucas definitely, like, when he came up on the scene, he's like definitely artist. A lot of the stuff that I've heard from him, there's been very few things that I didn't like.
Yep.
Agreed. Like, if close to none. So
agreed. All right, let's do it.
up at 7, my days seem more than I prayed for. Got dressed to head out and ride to school on my skateboard. New kid in class, I sat alone taking notes while the hoodlums were making jokes at the clothes that my mama paid for. Seemed like everyone was a part of some gang invasion, tattoos and initiation, parole unless I'm on probation. Soaking up the vibe as I study for information, cause lately I've been deprived of a normal day, but today I'm on my way.
So what's really interesting about this is that's Joyner Lucas right there.
Yeah.
Like he added himself in his own music video as the antagonist. For those of you who have heard this song and those of you who are about to see this, but I was like, before I knew what Joyner looked like, I listened to this video. I was like, okay, and then I seen what he looked like, and I was like, I went and rewatched this, and I was like, wait a second, I know that guy. Okay. I know that face.
Funniest thing ever that you should mention that, because literally it's been, like I mentioned before, it's been forever since I've heard this song. I have it on Spotify, and occasionally I play it, but I haven't watched a music video since I first found out about it. And at that time, I had no idea who Joyner Lucas was, and so I haven't watched a video since I really even knew who Joyner Lucas was. And now, years later, I'm like, oh my goodness, that's Joyner Lucas. Like, it's so funny you brought that up, because I'm in the same boat. I had no idea that was Joyner Lucas when I watched that before. But that's awesome. I like that.
Way to eat lunch, some kid approached. He told me we should be cool if only he got to know me.
I just want to say, like, school lunches really haven't improved since what we're looking at right now. Like, they look pretty much similar, if not the same.
Yeah, dude. And, you know, I even like the lyricism in the beginning there where he's talking about being the new kid, trying to find your way to fit in. I just resonate with that so much, because so often, like, I went from a private school to a public school. My school used to have like 8 kids in it, and I went from that to like hundreds. I knew like one person in my entire high school, and I'm just looking around and I'm like, what do I even do? I was terrified, and I'm just like, oh, I don't know where to fit in.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah.
Cause on the side of town I would need some protection. It's crazy, reckless, and dangerous unless I'm some sort of gangster. I'm only safe with the police. He said his name was, I dapped him up at the buses. Was kinda skeptic about him at first cause I didn't trust him. And the more I got to know him, I couldn't tell what his motives were, hoping that he was sincere. Something told me let go, but the only thing on my mind was patience. Searching twice for a different life, I was tired of waiting. Plus me and had similar views and conversations infused with knowledge, mainly about school and college. That was my truth, but regardless, he was type cool when I was with him. Introduced him to my family, they were rocking with him.
I think that's actually, I'd have to look it up again, but I think I've seen a picture of Joyner Lucas's family, and I think that's actually his mom.
Oh, wow.
So like, I saw a picture and I was like, oh, that's the woman that was in a Ross Capicchioni video.
Wow.
My mama told her, make sure you look out for my son. And before she could finish her sentence, he quickly just interjected and said, don't you even stress that I got it under control. It's been 2 months since we met, it seems like we've gotten close. Some cat approached me and tried to beef with me, I just froze. And I see pounding and stomping on me right out his clothes. Called me his brother and told me he got me to the fullest. Even if that means bullets, bullies, gangs, AKs, and choppers to their killers. That's the realest shit I ever witnessed. A few weeks later, my uncle sold me a Honda Civic, a 93 with no license plates and no registration. Just thinking about every place I'ma go when I finally get it. And then he asked me for a ride around the block, some distance from where I was parking. Instantly, I knew that spot was sketchy. My mama would kill me. My intuition told me not to. I knew it was wild, and plus I knew it had no business or place on that side of town. And I read about some chick who went lurking without a sound and got murked and a body found in the dirt with 1,000 rounds. It was worse than abandoned buildings, abandoned villains, and scammers and killers provoking gangsters. But maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe I might be straight just as long as I pump the brakes and try not to think about it. Just trust I'll be fucking safe. And then I told him, let's go. Hop in. He dabbed me up and started telling jokes the whole ride there. Had me cracking up as we were getting closer. I felt funny. My stomach turned. And then he told me go left, make another turn, go right. And drive slow as I look. It was all abandoned and quiet, not a single person in sight, nobody standing. And right when I pulled the car to the side, he said, right here, sit still, turn the car off and chill. And I started to panic, he told me relax. Then he pulled the keys out the ignition and hopped out and laughed. Then my light flashed in an instant. He inched to my driver door and I tried to lock it. I couldn't. He ripped me right out my seat and then grabbed the side of his jeans and then put out the shotty. And all I heard was a screech and he shot my arm into pieces. I'm thinking I must be dreaming. And another shot to my chest. My stomach squeezing my breath from my lungs collapsing. I'm down on my fucking knees asking him why. He looked at me. I looked him dead in the eyes and he smashed my face with the barrel. Knocked all my teeth to the sky. And I heard a Sound of the shot, he cocked back. He pressed the heart against my head and blew my fucking top back. Boom. I'm still conscious, I'm breathing. I'm still moving, no clue as to why I'm not dead. All this blood that I'm losing it. I heard my car drive off. Then I looked up and seen the sun, and that was all that I saw. Then I heard my conscience tell me, get up, nigga, get up. You're losing blood, oh my. Don't fall asleep or you'll die. Stay awake and move as much as possible, there's no time. Find some help and try to yell, you ain't too well, oh God. Wake up, nigga. Wake up. Wake up, nigga. Wake up.
So obviously we've heard this song, and I'll be completely honest, like, even though it's been forever, I am fully captivated right now.
Yeah,
Like I am just totally lost in the story. As a matter of fact, I think the last minute, I don't even know if I moved. I'm sure I breathed at some point, but I don't remember.
I was wanting to pause it, but at the same time, I want this, like, the people viewing to be able to, like, see it unfold without a bunch of pauses. So that way it gives us more time to talk about it at the end too. But I was like the whole time, like, this, just watching the story unfold. If I was in Capicchioni's position, there have been so many red flags. Like, when he was talking about, he read about some chick who went lurking without a sound, like, in the same part of town that they were going. That would have been a red flag, and I would have not have been there in that situation. I wouldn't have even taken that guy anywhere.
Yeah, dude. And my thought was like, okay, if he's only going around the block, why does he need a lift?
Yeah.
like
that's what he said too. Didn't he say something about it just being around the block or a couple blocks?
He said, yeah, that's why I said that. Yeah, he said, yeah, it's just around the block. I'm like, well, then walk, bro.
Yeah,
like you got two legs. But okay,
get to stepping.
Yeah, exactly. But on a serious note, though, so like we said, both of us have seen this video. We've heard this song, listened to it a couple of times, at least for me, probably more times for him. With that being said, for those of you who have never seen this, super powerful video. Oh, yeah. And just basically what he's going to do here. So the whole time, especially the video, does a great job of explaining it. But like we said earlier, this is based on like real events, and they went from the perspective of the man that obviously got killed. Now, what Joyner, as well as this video, is going to do in this next segment of the song, he's going to flip it, and now you are seeing the perspective of the shooter. And, you know, at this point, you're kind of thinking like, wow, yeah, look at this guy just completely used this dude for what purpose? So he could shoot him,
and then this is where you get to know the what and the where and the why.
Exactly. And
which I think is completely genius. Like, when I first heard this song, I was like, this is straight genius.
Yeah.
Like, and the way, because when you first watch this video and it starts with Ross saying, "Woke up at 7, day was more than I prayed for," and he starts the shooter's perspective with the same verse that you'll hear. Yep. And I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, the parallels in the two throughout the verse is absolutely incredible. The way he writes this is incredible. The imagery, you don't even need this video. You can picture it. Like, you can totally, like we said in the Russell Westbrook on a Farm video, there is a difference between describing something and painting a picture. During this, you're seeing a movie in your head.
Yeah. Like, when I listen to this song on Spotify, like, without the music video, like, I can literally watch this all unfold in my mind as I'm listening to him explain it.
Literally.
And it's crazy.
And like we said, there's a lot of people that can describe things, but you can picture it.
Yeah.
Like, Dax, My Heart Hurts. You can, yeah, he's describing what it feels like, but the imagery is not really there unless you relate it to your own life.
Exactly.
However, this guy, you can totally picture everything. And I'm not saying that based on, you know, that Joyner is better than Dax at rapping. I'm just saying when you compare the two, for me, with my exposure to Dax and my exposure to this song, that's like a difference between somebody that can paint a picture and somebody that can describe something.
Yeah, definitely. All right, you ready to get into the next segment?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Woke up at 7, my day was worse than I prayed for. Got dressed to head out and down the stairs from the 8th floor. New kid in class, he sat alone taking notes while my niggas were making jokes at the clothes that his mama paid for. Had no family, but was cool with the local gangsters, tattoos, and some on parole and probation for breaking rules. That life was all I knew, all I wanted to do was cruise, smoke weed and say fuck school. Wanted guidance, cause all my role models I would look up to was indicted, the young dudes with no logic. I went to church to the pastor, said fuck you, now I'm violent. And this gang that always looked out for me, vouched for me and adopted me, said they wanted to rock with me and I wanted to get down. Guess there was something missing, everything comes with a price. There's only one condition, all you gotta do for initiation is kill an innocent victim and leave them there with no witnesses or no snitches. If you do that, you down with the clique. And that's for life, so don't you ever think you're getting out of this shit. I thought about it.
One of the things I like that I noticed that's very slim is when that guy was talking, you heard a very deep voice in the background, almost like some kind of like demon or something, like talking over him. Let me go back a little bit and I'll see if you hear it. Like listen, like in Joyner's voice, but if you listen harder, it's like you hear like a deeper, almost demonic voice.
You down with the clique, and that's for life, so don't you ever think you're getting out of this shit. I thought about it, soaking up the vibe as I study for information, trying to choose my victim, plotting the weakest prey. But today on my way to eat lunch, I approached him and told him we should be cool if only I got to know him. Cause on his side of town, he would need some protection. It's crazy, reckless, or phony, unless he's some sort of gangster. He only safe with the police. He said his name was so I dapped him up at the buses. Was kinda skeptical about me at first cause he didn't trust me. Then the more he got to know me, he couldn't tell what my motives were, hoping that I was sincere. But little did he know I was trying to snake him and pop him brick. Just need the perfect opportunity, I'm tired of waiting. Had murder running through my head, I knew the death was coming. He introduced me to his family, I was jealous of him.
That is just, it's almost speechless to the point, to a point, because that's so amazing to even write something like that, because literally you saw with the other guy, just, the person that we all are, or we try to be,
Yeah.
We're new to an area, new to this, new to work, new to our jobs.
We're trying to get by, make new friends,
Yep. Yeah, meet new people, see where we fit in life or in our new environment. And meanwhile, while Ross is doing all these things and kind of feeling him out and stuff like that, you can totally see where this guy, they're both doing the exact same actions, but the motives are completely different. But it makes total sense. And I think it's because of things like this that the world is just such a tough place for people. Because, like I said earlier, I know that not every time do things like this result in somebody getting shot.
Yeah, no.
But when you just talk about heartbreak, pain, distrust, self-esteem issues, this happens all the time.
And the way I view it, and my personal view of it, is I think a lot of that, and especially a lot of where a lot of the bad things in this world come through, it comes down from selfishness. Because it's human nature normally to be selfish, to care more about your own feelings, and it's always nice to see those people that don't feel that way, that just don't because as you can see, this guy that we're seeing the perspective of, Joyner Lucas's character, he's putting on all these fake emotions, but he doesn't really give a shit about Ross at all.
No.
And there's some people that are really like that in today's world, which is just mind-blowing how people can be like that.
And again, not all the time are these situations resulting in someone getting shot. We're just saying this happens all the time. And
it doesn't have to result in a physical injury, but with mentally and stuff, it could do that too. Because then some people, they're gonna be like, all right, well, I don't want to trust people anymore.
Not only that, but I mean, especially relationships too.
Mm-hmm.
You look at relationships, you got one guy that's you know what, or one girl, whichever. I'm trying to find a life partner here. Okay, as we get closer and closer, okay, now we're sleeping together or whatever. Now we're getting more comfortable. All the while, he or she was just using you to fill a quota or something.
Exactly.
And the whole time, the other chick is or the other dude that you're with is oh, yeah, okay, come on, put out. Mm-hmm. Come on, let's have sex already. Yep. Okay, we'll do the little kiss. We'll do the first date stuff. Let's get this train rolling. Oh, great. you put out. Bye.
Yeah.
See ya.
That is
I mean,
true.
and that's how it is. Or until the next hoe, side chick, whatever, side dude
comes along,
then they're on to the next. And it's like all the effort you put in, so who cares? And some people, I mean, when they get their heart broken and stuff like that,
some of
that
them,
almost feels like death sometimes.
yeah, and sometimes some people like don't come back from that. Like there's some people that then they go down that dark road of the person that hurt them, and then that's when they become the one that has the side people.
Dude.
And it just sucks because that's
You know, and I heard Brian and George from Lost in Vegas said this one time in one of their videos. They said the fact that we're in one of the, it wasn't reacting to this song, but it was a different song, but they said the fact that we're having a conversation about it means great lyricism.
Yeah.
And I mean, this just evokes so much thought, and just, I mean, we could talk about this stuff all the time because, and it comes from his great writing.
Yeah.
It's not just because, well, hey, of course you're going to talk about it. You're doing a reaction channel. That's kind of what we're here for.
Yeah.
Like, yes, that's true, but we could have a 7-minute video. This song is 7 minutes and 46 seconds long. If we wanted to, we could say, hey, Bryson, Jake, Bars Unlimited, we're doing Ross Capicchioni today. All right, there's the song. What'd you think? Great. All right, see you guys in the next video.
Yeah,
we could literally do that.
I don't really think that's really all that much of a reaction then if you don't talk about it.
No,
the way I view it.
No, but I'm just saying we could do that, and it would just be another thing. You know, give our breakdown at the end, call it good. But we're having conversations about this because of his lyricism is so good that it just makes me want to give my opinion on it.
Yeah.
Because it's so good.
Yeah, Joyner's definitely a great writer.
Joyner is incredible.
I love his way of telling stories and showing things, especially in his music videos. He really paints that picture that you already get in your head when you're listening to the music.
Dude.
And it's perfect. I'm like,
for reals.
I love his music. I still listen to him today. His newest stuff, like,
couldn't have said it better myself.
Yep.
Completely agree. All right, let's get back to it.
His mama told him, make sure you look out for my son. And before she could finish his sentence, I quickly just interjected and said, don't you even stress. I got him to the fullest, even if that means bullets, bullies, gangs, AKs, and choppers till they kill us. I was lying to the fucking limits. Took advantage when he said he had that Honda.
I just wanted to point out, it's so funny to me that part when they're literally in the middle of beating some people up, and he turns around and goes, and then he's like, all right, back to the ass whooping.
Hey man, I got your back, but let me turn around and just knock this dude out a little more. Like,
he's like, all right, you can get some of this, then I'm gonna turn around, smile, and do my thing at you. All right, back to these ass whooping. Ah! Get after it.
It's so good too. I was even laughing at it from like Ross's perspective too. I was like, that's so funny.
Yeah, it is funny. And we know it's not intended to be funny. It's a tough topic. We're just trying to make a little bit of light of it. Because it's a tough scenario, and yeah, I just had to say something about that.
Civic, a 93 with no license plate and no registration. Just thinking about every place I'ma go when I finally kill him. And then I asked him for a ride around the block, some distance from where he was parking. Instantly, I knew my chance was coming. I'm ready to drill him. Then he told me, let's go. Hop in. I dapped him up and started telling jokes. The whole ride did. Had him cracking up as we were getting closer. He felt funny. I think he knew something was coming. That look he had was enough to tell me, but fuck it, go right. Then drive slow as he looked. It was all abandoned and quiet. Not a single person in sight. And nobody standing. And right when he pulled the car to the side, I said right here, sit still. Turn the car off and chill. Then he started to panic. I told him relax. Then I pulled the keys out the ignition and hopped out and laughed. Seen his light flash in an instant. I inched to his driver door. Then he tried to lock it, he couldn't. I ripped him right out of the seat and then grabbed the side of my jeans and then put out the shotty. I cocked it twice till he screamed and then shot his arm into pieces. I'm watching his blood leaking and another shot to his chest. Seen his stomach squeezing his breath and his lungs collapsing. He down on his fucking knees asking me why. He looked at me, I looked him dead in the eyes and I smashed his face with the barrel, knocked all his teeth to the sky. And then sound of the shot, he cocked back. I pressed the hard against his head and blew his fucking top back. Fucking car. Fuck.
I just want to say real quick, because we're going to just finish off the last few seconds, but why would you leave the murder weapon at the scene? Did you see the way Joyner just threw it on the ground? I was like, Oh my
Has
god.
he never watched Criminal Minds?
I guess not. I guess he's
I
just...
mean, they've been going on for 15 seasons.
I
Come
guess-
on, man. They've been out here. They've been out here. Come on, bro.
Fuck. Hey, get the fuck out my way, faggot. Fuck. Oh, shit. Fuck, come on. Come on, pick up. Come on. Yo, I did it. I killed him. Yo, I had that nigga screaming. I just fucking blood everywhere.
Don't talk too much over the phone. Meet me at the spot.
Alright.
One.
Oh. Well, yeah, that video always gives me chills when he at the very end with like the sound of the phone like echoing out on the phone call. Now, just a quick little bit of information. In real life, like I said, I'll leave the actual full video in the comments so you guys can take a look at it and go see it for yourself, because I can't explain the whole story because it'd take forever. But Ross Capicchioni actually did live from this scenario. He survived and he was able to tell the story, as you'll be able to see from the video. And it was actually, it's funny because the guy that the killer or the attempted or the shooter, since he didn't kill anyone, the one that he called after that fact, when he was on the phone in the car, according to the video, if I remember correctly, he was the one that turned him in. So I was like,
No!
he was the one that said, hey, this guy just said he killed some dude, and then he got caught, and Ross lived, and that guy went to jail. So but I'll leave the video in the comments so you guys can check it out. But what do you think overall?
Dude, I don't even know. Like, this song is just, it's such a mixed bag, because like in one section it's like there's parts of it that it just such a crazy scenario. And I know that there have been times like during the video where we've kind of like made a joke and stuff like that. And I want you guys to understand that the reason that I specifically am doing that is because, yes, I know that this is a serious situation, but like I said before, not every single time that something like this happens is it the result of somebody getting shot.
Yeah.
I have seen so many of these things play out in my own life. I mean, I'm over 20 years old now, and I have seen in my own life just being the victim of so many different things. And like I said, obviously, I've never been shot, never been killed or anything like that, but I've been on that one end, and take killing out of it, but just using somebody for a purpose. I have been where he's at so many times, and it's just funny to me how even though he's talking about something where somebody seriously got hurt, and it's like, well, obviously I've never, had that happen, but even still, with the way he was writing and stuff, I can relate to it.
Yeah.
And it just makes me laugh and kind of smile a little bit, because I just think like, wow, like, just like he's so oblivious, so to speak, to what's really going on, I've been that dude in my own story.
Yeah, I'm seeing like a lot of good people have like at least
Yep.
genuine good people. Wouldn't be shocked if over 50% of them have been in that position. And to the ones that stay good people after that, keep doing what you guys do, because I've been in the position where it's hard to stay that way.
Yep.
And I got to a point where I wasn't that way, but then I found my way back to my
Yep.
roots, and that's what it's all about.
Yep, completely agree. So it's like I said, there's so many different aspects of it. On one hand, it's kind of funny to me because I can relate to some of the things he's talking about, and it makes me think back on my own life and like, dude, what were you doing? You know what I mean? On another hand, again, it's a difficult topic, but he wrote it so amazingly that it's like, how can you not just sit there and go, wow, over the artistry?
Even at the end of the song, just if you don't say wow, or if you just don't sit there and be like, then I think you need to listen to the song again.
Yeah.
And watch the video.
Yeah.
Because it's just so amazing.
And then on top of that too, a third thing is like, I even just like the way he's rapping, the groove, the flow. I like the song.
Yeah.
Like, forget about what he's talking about.
Like the song
like
itself is good.
The song itself is good. He could be talking about our Percocets and lean. I think I need to make a t-shirt because I have said that in so many
So many
videos.
videos.
But he could be talking about that stuff and I would still be listening to this, probably. And so there's that, there's the artistry, and then just there's a whole nother side of it too, where like I said at the beginning and have said repeatedly throughout this video, it happens all the time. And I'm glad that this man survived it, but there are so many people who didn't survive to tell the story. Or so
Exactly.
many people, like you said, who maybe didn't get killed, but they've never been the same since. Maybe they didn't get shot, stabbed, anything like that, but whatever this event looks like to them, they've never been the same since. And my heart really just goes out to those people.
Yeah.
That, and I mean, I don't know. It's just such a mixed bag of emotions, but all the one word that I would use to really describe this song is just wow. Like you have to experience it for yourself. Like for you guys that are watching our reaction video and this is your first exposure to the song, we ask, please, when you leave this video, click on this video and watch it the full way through for yourself. Because we're stopping it in between to talk about things, but really experience it for yourself because it is an experience. That's all I can say. It's
Yeah.
not a song, it's an experience.
I couldn't agree more. So, without further ado, guys, this was the amazing artist Joyner Lucas and his Ross Capicchioni. I know this song has been out for a long time, but for me, it's playlist, stay list. This song is just incredible. So, definitely check it
Dude,
out. And check
for real.
out the video where Ross Capicchioni tells his own story. I will drop that in the description of this video for you
Yeah.
guys.
Definitely do that because I haven't, but I'm going to later.
It's
Because
good.
it's just a powerful thing. And I mean, in the creativity to even talk about something like this, but in a way he's also bringing awareness to like, hey, this stuff happens. You know what I mean? It, just crazy.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. So with that being said, this was Bars Unlimited reacting to Joyner Lucas and Ross Capicchioni. If you guys want to see more content, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and tap the all notifications button so that you guys can get more content and updates every time we release content. Follow us, social media, at Bars Unlimited, one word, on Instagram, Twitter, and we are getting to more requests. We'll be bringing more content out for you guys. And until then, Bryson, my friend Jake here. See you guys next time.